Hello and welcome to Moon Magick Tarot. My name is Amby, and what I'm doing today is the Capricorn 2016 yearly overview. What I'm going to do is one card per month, and then like the general energy of the year, kind of the undertones moving you through the whole shabam. So let's get started. Are these cards ready? Capricorn 2016. Ooh, that one flip-flappied all over the place. Alright, so let's lay these cards out. So, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and get one right here, December. There we go. And so, Capricorn, we're looking at the general energy for the year. The undertone of it is the King of Swords. Now this can be a person specifically, so it's like a melee man with a sword. No, just kidding. It would be like a mature male man, or we could even be, since this is general, it could be a woman who's fairly masculine. These kind of are authority, people that have authority. They can be police officers, military, but generally they're kind of, I wouldn't say cold, but emotionally they're not really expressive. Emotionally, they're very heady, so they think, they're internal, they're kind of quiet. You can feel like they're judging you. They can be harsh and at times, but really they're just strong, solid people. Oh, hi kitty. I don't know if you saw him. He's jumping at stuff. Okay, so it's possible that you have a male come into your life, or he's already been in your life, that will have an impact over your whole life this year. Or at least the general way you feel about it. It could also be you, or qualities about you that you might want to bring out to be, strong and rational. Very rational man this is. So it could be that you are being more rational this year, or that you're being asked to be more rational, or strong, or solid, like, this is what I'm doing and I won't budge, which, it's all good. So, let's start at January. January is the Seven of Pentacles. This is a pretty nice way to start out the year, I think. The Seven of Pentacles is about, see this woman, she's been tending this tree. She's been working pretty hard, and it's starting to show. They're starting to bear fruit that's not quite ready to harvest yet, but they're there and you can see it. So something that you've been working towards is starting to get close to maturing, to where you can reap the rewards of your work, and you deserve it. You put a lot in here, I think. I really do believe that you put a lot in, and you absolutely deserve the payoff from it. And it could be financially, it could just be general stability, all those things that make you feel secure in this world and safe. So it could be support, and it could be health even, but you're looking at things improving as far as like 3D life stuff. Real tangible, touchable life stuff. Which is good. You want to start the year with positive things on the horizon, I think, personally. February, you've got the Hierophant, and to me, the Hierophant is about, traditional means of doing things. So, a lot of the time, obviously, look at him, he looks like a priest. He looks like a priest. So this could be, religious institutions. So you may have to go into a religious institution. You may be a churchgoer, so you might, it might have more of an impact, heavy impact on your life. It can be schooling, like universities, college, you know, just general school issues, maybe not issues. This doesn't feel like issues, but the general theme is very focused on this traditional means of thought. So, like, this has a very the old paradigm-ish feel to it, like the old accepted norms. So you might be living that more than usual, or called that question it a little bit more than usual. You'll have to see how that works out for you. But it's going to be a highlight. It's going to be very important that you're thinking about, or it's going to be very important in your life. Something about, yeah, schooling or churches or religious. It could even be government. So there might be governmental things that affect your life, and you know, yeah. So yeah. And just because, well, government does tax returns, and since February, you already be getting your tax returns back and stuff. If it's possible that you're watching this, you know, whatever, on a very 3D. You might be getting paid off. I don't know, but it does have to do with government too, as well, because that's a very traditional mode of thought that we adhere to and listen to and do what it says. It's very authoritative. Alright, for March, you have the Ace of Cups. Check that baby out. Yeah, baby. Alright, so the Ace of Cups is about new beginnings in love relationships. It can also be the start of new, emotionally rewarding situation. So you're taking a step into a beautiful aspect of your life, like joy and happiness. It's like it can bring a new love relationship. So it can be a new beginning in that way. Like if you're single, you'll find somebody that you love, you know, or that you could love, or that you love at the moment. It doesn't always have to be permanent, but a new love in that moment. It could also be a rediscovering of love. So if you are partnered, it might be that in March you find reasons to remember why you love them so much, or something lights that passionate fire under you that makes you want to express that more and make you live it more. That's a good thing. I really do think that's a good thing. It's a beautiful March for you. April is the Chariot, and I like the Chariot. I have always liked the Chariot. When I see it's a good thing. It's a lot of the time it's about victory, but through your own work. So you've worked for it. It has the same feel as this one. So it looks like you're gonna set up a general, maybe a cycle of plant the seeds, do the work, and reap the reward. You know, process, reward. Work, process, reward. Maybe you start up this kind of cycle through your life where you just keep building things to pull in. So this is victory through efforts, your personal efforts. It also can be travel, you know. It can be traveling, you know, riding, whatever, by land, most likely. You know, something on wheels, rolling across the earth. One thing that this card, specific to this deck, does, at least, is this woman sitting in this chariot does not have any reins. She doesn't have any reins. She's not even looking where she's going. Do you see that? She doesn't care. Just kind of let go. So maybe this card is asking you specifically to kind of let go and go with the flow. Can you do that? Have faith that the universe will guide you where you're supposed to go. It will. It'll show you where to put your foot, right? I'll put it there for you. Who knows? But at least I'm seeing victory. You're gonna have a payoff. You win. It's a win. Whether it's in interpersonal dynamics, it could be financially. I really think it's mostly like, yeah, it's gonna be like a interpersonal kind of win. Not win, because that's kind of one-uppy, but, and it's not that. It's just, you're gonna have to feel like like a pat on your back from yourself, most likely, about how you handled a situation or overcame something challenging. Like This is awesome. I like that. Alright, so we got May is next. May, you've got the Seven of Cups, and a lot of times Seven of Cups is absolutely about having way too many choices. So you might not know what to do. You have endless possibilities. There's things all over the place, and you're kind of like, well, I could do this, and I could do that, and if I did that, it might, and I don't want to, but I think I should. You know. And so what this says is, since you have a tendency to get over-muddled with possibilities, really, really focus on rationally digging through and finding those which benefit you the most and are suited to who you are. And trying to stop bringing in more possibilities, you know, kind of like, okay, May comes in, I know I have a tendency to get overloaded with possibilities and not being able to make a decision. I'm going to limit the amount of things that I have to question, you know. Limit the amount of possibilities I'm going to actually ponder. And so yeah. June, we've got the Nine of Pentacles, and here's the payoff. This is the payoff. So June is when you have the abundance. It's so much so that it just kind of lays on the ground around you, and you don't really care. You're like, I have everything that I need. Life is good. Financially, dude, I'm set. Stability-wise, I'm totally set. Health, awesome. I'm not even worried about it. In January, I planted the seeds and did the work, and now I deserve this. I know I deserve this, and I have it. I have it. It's mine. Just kind of have it's a mine, because it's behind her back. Mine. My precious. So maybe don't be like that. Hoardy McHorderton with your finances, if you can. If you do experience the abundance through finances. But, you know, you worked for it, so you do deserve it, so it's up to you, obviously. Yeah, I always like her little head thinger. You see her little pretty head bead thing? It's beautiful. Alright, so Capricorn in July. We've got the Two of Cups. Ooh, and I like it. The Two of Cups is like, it's definitely romantic love. Usually. I mean, it doesn't have to be. This is general, so it's whoever happens to come across this video, this message is for you. But it doesn't mean that it has to be romantic. A lot of the times this is. It's like this connection look. They're like mentally and emotionally connected through this like sweet beam of light. Right? It's beautiful. It's like the rekindling. If you've been in a love relationship, it's like the progression. So like in March you experience the beginning of it probably, and I'm gonna say most likely in March you started this new relationship and it moved on. Like you threw all of this stuff into July. That relationship was continuing and on, and you get to this point and it's a deepening, an absolute deepening of that love. Whether it is for yourself or for another person, most likely it is romantic, though. I'm going to say that. Most likely it is romantic. But it's beautiful. It's deepening. It's meaningful. It's very, has like that life-changing feel to it. Like real deal. So, July, we got August. August is a Six of Swords, and I love this card. I think it's so cool. It's a beautiful card to see, especially when you've been experiencing stormy waters. Which is that if you have been experiencing stormy waters, when things are hard, seeing this card means that it gets smooth, calm. You're going to find peace and ease. But none of the challenges were in vain. Look, she's got the swords in her boat. These are her lessons that she learned. She's carrying them along with her as to not make the same mistakes again. She's prepared for another storm if she needs to, but the waters are calm. For now, she's fine. Whew, excuse me. Yeah. So, look, she's driving that boat. She knows where she's going. And things are getting better. She's onward and up, baby, baby. Alright. So that's good. September. you have the Ten of Wands. Now, the Ten of Wands can mean that you feel overburdened, usually by your own doing. In my case, in my life, it's always my own doing. Whenever I see this, I'm like, oh yeah, I committed to too many things. I decided I would do too many things. I should have known that I couldn't handle to do all those things, and now I feel like I'm being crushed to death under the pressure of time. Right? So, this is a warning. Since we're so far out, you actually have time to prevent this from happening. Just as with all this is just from this moment forward for the Capricorns that happen to come to this video. This is the trajectory. Well, I can't say that word right now, but you know, the trajectory. Can't say that word. Whatever. You know what I mean. Of where your energy is now and where it'll go if you continue in the exact same way you're going. So, this is a good warning to say, please do not take on too much stuff right around the beginning, or right around September. You know, try not to, because you'll feel it, and you won't be happy with your decisions. And a lot of the time when we feel overburdened, it's because we took on too many other people's things. Too many of their you know, whatever they need to do to help them. And you start being resentful because of it. So, make sure that you accurately gauge on how much energy you'll have to accomplish whatever you commit to doing, you know, and find which things are most important, and do limit it, because you don't want to become overburdened, and you have a tendency to do that in September. So, working into September, coming out of this, you know, when you first start to get your calm in August, start thinking about making sure you don't take on too much, because coming out of calm waters, oftentimes you're like, I can handle everything. I can do this, that, this, and this, and when you get to those tasks, you're like, oh my goodness, how am I going to make it through? So, keep that in mind and try not to do that. I would say, now, come October, you got the High Priestess, and I love this card. It's very much about intuition, kind of what I consider the magical side of reality. So it's like the other side of the veil. You know, it relates to me a lot to the moon, but with the huge emphasis on anything, you know, female. So it's mysterious. It's the unknown. It's kind of, the High Priestess often asks us to have faith. I know it's kind of like a loaded word, but to have faith, usually in our own abilities, and the fact that we're going to be fine is usually the faith that's being asked of. That you're loved and supported, and to believe in yourself. So when you feel driven to go a certain way or do a certain thing, do it. Trust your intuition, especially in October. You're primed and ready for it. A lot of the times when we come out of times of struggle, our intuition gets really loud. In my experience, because it's like if you're driving a boat and you start kind of heading in the wrong direction, sometimes you gotta overcorrect to get back where you're going, and this is the universe's way of trying to overcorrect, maybe. So, yeah. Weird, I'm having deja vu. That's awesome. Alright, so, November, the Empress. Here we go. See, this continues on with the beautiful feminine aspect of it. So, Capricorn, November and December, you're going to feel the beautiful things of being feminine. I'm not saying, like, you male Capricorns, you might embrace more feminine qualities of your personality or your existence. You might practice it. It might add to your life in some way. But females, you're going to want to embrace your beauty, you know, what it is, the beauty it is to be a woman, you know, the fact that you can create life, and that might not be important to every woman, but it is. It's a beautiful gift, and it can be a beautiful curse at the same time, depending on the way you look at it. But you know, this should make you really think about how you nurture yourself and those around you that you love, how you nurture what you value, what you value, you know. So in November, I think finding the softness, and you know, women aren't weak by any means, so it might be also the strength, expressing the strength of a woman through vulnerability, emotional openness, creative, loving compassion. It's beautiful. Yeah. Let's see, December. We got the Lovers. Woo. Gonna end this year on a high note. 2016 for Capricorns looks lovely, lovely. Coming off of it, Lovers is obviously what this looks like, romantic love. Again, it doesn't have to be. It looks like you have a trend though. You start off, yeah, it looks good. Everything's gaining momentum. You do have a couple of challenges. It's like to know what decision to make, right? And then to try not to be overburdened. But it's basically asking you to relax into who you are. Know that the abundance is coming, and it will. And showing you that great love is coming into your life. And again, it doesn't have to be romantic, but it can be. And it can be personal love. And it can just be, you know, it can be translated to passion, you know, that which you love to do, maybe. You know, and since love is a driving force of the world, of all the good in the world, is love, in my personal opinion. Any bit of love that you can add, whether it's from one individual to another, or from you outwardly into the collective, it's adding a ripple of positivity that can actively help manifest a better future for us all, and that is something to rejoice, reasons to celebrate. So to me, it looks like Capricorn is going to have a very, very beautiful year. You are absolutely supported in all ways that I feel are necessary. But thank you so much for watching my video. Again, it's Moon Magick Tarot. And feel free to like and subscribe to my channel. It's a brand new baby channel. So I'm just doing the yearlies. It'll be my first round of videos for all the signs. And starting next Sunday, I'm going to start doing weeklies for every sign. So do subscribe so you can see those, and hopefully feel free to comment too. Any input, you know, because I'm brand new, but much love, and it looks like a beautiful year for you. Congratulations. Bye-bye.